Hey, howdy hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, Episode 4. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get into it.
It's amateur hour, it's amateur hour. We're going to shower you with all the tea. Cling.
Alright, so I'm back. I went ahead and put my intro by Olivia Lux. I hope you enjoyed it. So this episode was the story of how the House of Hall took a big fall. There you go. Alright, now I'm gonna get into the episode. Sorry, I had to do that joke. I had to do it for you guys. Now let's get into it. So, obviously the episode started out with all the queens coming back into the workroom and meeting the winner's circle. So we finally get all the queens together in one room, and before that, actually I should say, Elliot goes to hide because they don't want her to know. They don't want the new queens to know that Elliot was still there. So Elliot goes and hides, and then all the other queens enter into the workroom, and they're gagged. And then they start asking the losers about pork chop queens, I should say, pork chop queens about who they eliminated, because they were like, well, someone had to have been gone. Who did y'all eliminate? And then it comes out that they eliminated Elliot with 2 T's. And then the tea is spilled about why they eliminated Elliot. Nothing too crazy. Some people were saying first impressions, and they based it off of that, which I kind of get. Elliot sometimes I feel like comes off a little bit cold. Utica actually talked about that a little bit in this episode. So I kind of get it, you know. But anyways, as soon as that happens, Elliot walks out from behind the curtain and says, "Look who's here," basically. Elliot kind of came at them a little bit, but specifically went after Tamisha, and that kind of upset me. I did not enjoy to see that. And Tamisha stood up for herself. Tamisha really was not taking her shit, and I love Tamisha. I love Tamisha. So, anyways, Tamisha let her have it. And then, obviously, they all get out of drag. It's the end of the day. That's about it. It's a new day in the workroom now. Did you like that transition? It's a new day in the workroom. And all the queens come back out into the workroom. And they're all kikiing and talking. And Candy's like, "Ooh, who's single?" And then Joey raises their hand. And Candy kind of chases after Joey. It's kind of a fun little moment, nothing too crazy. And then RuPaul walks out and explains to them what their challenge is. It is an acting challenge where they all are going to have to do RuPaullywood movies. Wait, RuHallmark movies. Anyways, so they're split into 3 different groups. There's the Valentine's RuPaulmark movie. There's the April Fool's movie. And the Flag Day movie. These all the movies basically have the same plot. They were just separated into different groups, and they had to assign roles, and that's about it. So they were split into 3 different groups. There's the April Fool's group, there's the Valentine's group, and the Flag Day group. And they're all sort of assigned roles and go over the script. Denali takes the lead, which she was like, "I want to show that I can act." Even though she's not a trained actor. And then obviously Rosé takes a big role because Rosé's like, "I'm an actor first before drag," so I guess good for Rosé. Tina also tried to take a big role because obviously Tina is a comedy queen, so she wants to show her chops. And then Rosé kind of makes it a battle between her and Tina, and that kind of, it was fine. Nothing too terribly exciting about that, but that's how it worked. Anyways, then they go off and film, and I want to give some of the highlights from the filming. First off, Gottmik killed it. Simone killed it. Simone ate this challenge. She was the best. Candy was great. I love Candy. I think Tina did great. and Rose did pretty well. And I also love Tamisha. I love Tamisha. Some of the weaker ones, obviously, Kimora, Lala, Denali was struggling a little bit. Elliot seemed to struggle, Elliot, well, no, they didn't show Elliot. Joey struggled, and obviously, Kimora, Denali, yeah, those were the ones who struggled. It turned out okay. I think everything worked out in the filming process. Obviously, Kimora really struggled, and Ross had to really work with her to get that one line. So that was interesting. Anyways, the filming's over. That's the end of that day. Then they all come back in. It's a brand new day. It's obviously Elimination Day, our first elimination. So all the queens are getting ready, and they're talking, and we find out, Tamisha has, like we found out before, Tamisha has 3 biological children. One of them is actually named Tamisha, and that's how Tamisha got the name Tamisha. So I thought that was a really cool moment. I really like getting to know more about Tamisha every episode. I think Tamisha is the confession queen of the season. I love Tamisha. Kills it every time. I adore her. Anyways. Now it's time for the runway. The theme is trains. Trains, trains, trains. Obviously, most of the queens do actual, like, dress trains. I really like Denali's. I'm gonna go ahead and put a picture over here if I can find one. I love Denali's dress. I thought it was just so colorful and bright, and I loved that. I also really, really love Simone's outfit. Simone brings it every week to the runway. I adore Simone. So good. And also I actually really like Tina Burner's look. I thought it was fun. I love a comedy interpretation of a runway. So, like, if it were a train runway, I would literally get a box, make a train, decorate it, and make myself a train. Like, go for it, you know? So I love Tina Burner's. I really liked it. Anyways, that brings us to the actual films. Obviously, Simone killed it, like I said. Denali, who struggled. I really liked Candy, and I really liked, Rose did okay. Tamisha was great. Some of the weaker ones, obviously, Joey struggled, Kimora struggled, Denali struggled, and Lala struggled a little bit, too. And so did, Utica. A little bit with Utica, not as bad. Anyways, that brings us to the end of that. Obviously, now we get the judging, and the queens pick out the safe queens, which, yeah, they pick out the safe queens, they leave, and we find out who our tops and bottoms are. Our tops this week are Simone, Rose, and Candy Muse. Those are the top 3. The bottom this week is Lala, Kimora, and Denali. I agree with these for the most part. I don't necessarily think Rose was top. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Or Candy. Candy's outfit was bad. It was not a great outfit for her this week. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But, obviously we get, the judging happens. They go back on tuck, and now we find out who wins. The winner this week is Simone, so congratulations to Simone. You killed it. I love Simone. And also, which means Rose and Candy are both safe. And, then we find out Lala's safe. So the bottom 2 is Denali and Kimora. And they lip sync to 100% Pure Love. Denali ate it. Denali killed it. Denali really wanted to show how fierce of a lip syncer she is, and she did that. Kimora was kind of just walking around. I kind of think Kimora gave up at one point, honestly, towards the end, because Denali was chewing her for breakfast. Like, it was insane. Denali killed it. I love Denali, and she really showed her lip sync talents to the entire cast. So, like, way to go, Denali. Obviously, in the end, Kimora Hall leaves. Kimora Hall took a big fall. I had to do that joke again. Kimora walks out and says, from the House of Hall, which I love that callback. I thought that was fun. And leaves. That brings us to the end of this episode. Obviously, like I said, I enjoyed the episode overall. I thought the runway was very good. The videos were okay. Simone killed it. I agree with the judging for the most part. And yeah, obviously I will be back tomorrow with my ranking video. And I will be doing videos throughout this week, obviously, on Drag Race. So make sure you tune in for those. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like it, and share it all over social media. Let me know what you think of this episode down below. And yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow. Bye, guys.